In this video, we will focus on how Fusion RMS can support workflow automation and lifecycle management of digital files and documents to provide a more electronic business process. The electronic license is available either as an individual module or combined with our physical record keeping for a unified approach to manage a hybrid world. As digital records continue to grow, Fusion RMS can manage hundreds of document formats in a single platform for long-term preservation with data and document integrity, version control, and permissions-based viewing. The system I have on my screen is related to an organization managing human resource records based on individual department or organizational unit. So as I click on these individual departments, it will show me the employees assigned to those departments and then the records that we're managing. So here I can view either physical records and track them, but in this case, I want to view the electronic documents. And as you'll notice in Fusion with the auto doc creation, once I create an employee like Jennifer, her electronic documents will automatically be created beneath her metadata. So here I can view what's in a complete status, this with the paperclip button, and what will show me is what still needs to be digitized, which is this plus sign. So with Fusion, it's really easy to bring in the electronic content. You just pop up the PDF and do a drag and drop right into the screen there. We can also support a scan in place, or you can browse to the file and select that and bring it into the application as well. So these auto-created documents are managed under the maintenance table, where you can create and monitor the individual document types. So these are, we can see this column here is for that auto doc creation. So as soon as I create an employee and assign them to that unit, it's going to automatically add those records. So here I'll go and add a new account manager within Fusion. So here I will title him Albert Smith. Just type in his metadata. He's an active employee, and we'll go ahead and save it there into the system. So now Albert Smith is in here, and I can go ahead and start adding his electronic documents. So here we can see the every time this employee is added, these are the list of required documents, and then I can just go ahead and do the drag and drop or a bulk import to populate that data. And then what this will show up, Albert will show up on, is a nice report here under electronic attachments of missing electronic documents needed. So what this does is scans all of the Fusion RMS repository and finds everything that's in the system that needs processing. So again, this is a nice workflow area, again, where I could do the drag and drop or simply scan the physical record right into electronic form here. All of the data when I'm adding the records to Fusion in the system, it's becoming searchable. So really there's a couple powerful tools we use to search the data. One is going to be the query, where you can use these different drop downs to pick the particular record type, and then apply the query to view those search results. The full text search, you can go up here and type in a keyword and execute that search. And then another way is to do a saved search or a saved query, which is going to show up here under like a quick hot button. So I can select new hires, and that will populate employees that have been hired this year, for example. So I can click again on this query and show that these are new hire packages between the 1st of this year and June. Another example of how we use this auto doc creation is in loan operations. So, things like a mortgage file can require 5 different document types to be received and then attached to the loan to be considered cleared. But this system is really about the HR record. So once a new employee is boarded, those specific documents that are needed to, onboard that employee to be complete. Content views are another aspect of Fusion that is very powerful around managing the organizational units, file types, and it really allows you to have that drill down of those documents in the single place. So, under records, we can just click on the documents and view all of the electronic documents in my system. And then again, you can use the query or the different views, such as what electronic records are missing, to really filter and sort what is needed and what's required to manage these records in the system. Finally, Fusion also offers a retention module. So here at the bottom, or whenever a document is added, we can apply a retention policy to it, which is defined here by the system administrator. So here, account management records we're keeping around for 5 years. And then Fusion is going to provide you significant reporting and capabilities to purge and keep that information around as long as you'd like here under the retention reports. So again, the key takeaways here are really, creating that document auto creation. What are those required documents under that metadata, and using Fusion as that tool. Bringing in large amounts of electronic records from repositories, and then creating that searchability and that quick access to all your data and information.